everybody, it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 651. We are that podcast that talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I'm Barry Mellon.
And unfortunately, Mako-chan is out tonight. The deer ate her internet.
A toko toko noko dashkan kan, I think, would be appropriate.
Hi. To clarify, where Mako-chan lives, a lot of deer kind of chill and graze in her area. Them and wild turkeys. Not of the 151 variety, but actual wild turkeys.
Ooh.
So when she got home from
I think
work,
I'd rather have the 151 wild turkey. So
I know,
you how I
right?
am.
I have a story about that, but I can't tell it here. But when she got home, there was no internet, there was no connection between her modem and everything else. So they're gonna have to run a brand new line. So this is the second time this has happened to her. And I think the last time it happened, it wasn't during a stream or something, but basically deer or something came by, somehow found the line, chewed on it, and cut it.
That would be amazing if it happened in the middle of a stream, because the comedic timing would just be fantastic.
The only thing I worry about where I'm living now, if somebody happens to walk by and unplug the power line adapter. That's the only thing that I worry about. But it's plugged in where the right by the fridge in the corner. So unless you're really looking or actually paying attention, I have nothing to worry about. So
That's good.
yeah, it's a hell of a lot better than me trying to run an Ethernet connection into this room, and I'm just like, I could buy the cables to do it. I have the little. I bought a bag of these off of Amazon. These are little,
Connectors.
yeah, not connectors, but they're little circles, little wire cable holders with a nail in it, and you just knock it into the wall to kind of run the cable.
Yeah. I've used those before.
And what's cool is, it's not fully closed, so I can just pull cables in and out. So, and honestly, this is not.
Okay, these are much better than what I was thinking about.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, this is not my place, so I couldn't do that. But when I was moving, it made things so much easier for me to just pull it up around the corner and go. I think the only cable I left behind was the coax cable between the files box, and that was going to the route. I said fucking left that shit behind. So anywho, enough about that. You don't want to hear about this tech talk. You want to hear about conventions and so forth and everything. So
Yep.
we want to let you know that we are live tonight, week of October 15th, 2024, right here on Twitch TV. We are here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You can always find us on Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session, home of this great podcast. We're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at vognetwork.com. I should put a little Vog icon here, but I think I have it somewhere, like in the intro, but fair enough. So I also want to let you know that we're proud to be part of the Vog Network, proud Vog affiliate. And you can always find the Vog Network on Twitch at Twitch TV/Vog Network. They kick things off on Sundays with the Bobby Blackwolf Show at 8. Followed by Orange Dawn's Radio at 9, and then we kind of wrap things up on Tuesdays with our show here. And come hang out in our Discord, vognetwork.com/Discord. Every show as part of the Voice of Geeks Network has their own channel, so come through, hang out, have a good time. And unlike other places, the pool is still open because the weather is because it's indoor, so
Yeah.
I actually know somebody where their parents' house, they had this huge indoor pool, and we were in it during New Year's. I'm just like, this kind of messes with my head a little bit.
Why? Because you want to see that all the time now?
No, the fact that there's an indoor pool, and hanging out in an indoor pool on New Year's, January, when it's cold outside, you know?
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Not exactly a part of the polar bear club, are you?
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
you don't want to end up. You don't want to end up outside the enclosure. Is
right.
basically what you're saying.
Yeah, it's one thing if I'm at a hotel or something like that. I expect that, but at a friend's house, most of my friends I know that have a pool, it's outdoors. I'll tell you this, if I ever get a house, I'm putting in a hot tub.
Mm-hmm. I hear you there.
It's not a bad choice. It's not a bad choice.
Definitely. So, anywho, let's get the ball rolling. So, going things along. So, Ari, kick things off with us. How was your week and how was your day?
Well, last week I couldn't be on because I was on overnight shifts,
True.
and those were especially grueling. And pod culture tells us hot tubs have a ton of upkeep.
Well, I figured as much.
I did get some progress with the moving more and more stuff from my old place to this one. Although going into my old apartment after the power got turned off, it's like I'm crawling into some ancient ruin. Like today, I got my my dishes and my plates and the silverware and everything.
See, that kind of reminds me. There have been times where I've walked into certain places where it's dark. I don't know what the fuck, and it's like I feel like I'm in Resident Evil or some other video game. I'm pulling out the phone for a light and the camera to view around. And I'm like, I've been here before, you know.
Yeah. But all I got I have the apartment technically until the 10th coming up.
Oh, that's good.
But I still got to pay the rent on it because that was part of the lease break agreement.
Oh, you had to pay out that 1 month. I get.
2 and a third months technically.
Ooh. But,
not ideal, but I really didn't have much of a choice.
Well, did you have to pay it all at once, or you do it in installments?
I paid in installments.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. But I can think of just I got my suitcase today. Let's see. My vacuum, my air blade fan, some more cooking implements. Mixing bowls, measuring cups, and my winter coats, and then I'll just be able to go. Here's the keys. I don't need the place anymore. Have a nice life.
Mm-hmm.
But the landlord and I got along fine when I
was
good. There.
Now here's something I understand.
Also, I did have a nice day because my aunt and my uncle came over for lunch.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they were especially proud of me for finally getting my own house. Even though I'm even sitting here, I'm still looking around just like, oh shit, I didn't think I'd get this far.
See, now that's one thing. I get there's always going to be a penalty for breaking the lease, but it shouldn't be that expensive. I mean, let's be real here. I'm just saying, if your rent's $1,200 a month, and the penalty for breaking the lease is okay, you pay a portion. I think it should be a portion of the month that you left, plus you get the end of that month to move all your stuff out. Because let's be real, as soon as it goes up on the fucking market, somebody's gonna want it. It's not like it's gonna sit there all empty and shit, you know?
Ideally, yeah. Pardon me. I had a sneezing fit before I came on, and now I'm clogged up for the next 45 minutes or whatever the hell. I hate
fall, that autumnal tree pollen is hard.
This had nothing to do with pollen. I've been in my house most of the day. This is just like that, just popped up out of nowhere. But yeah, that's how things have been going for me. I'm enjoying my vacation week and looking forward to AAC this weekend.
Definitely. That reminds me, I haven't even packed for the con yet.
I'll do it tomorrow.
That con crunch.
It's not even a con crunch. I mean, honestly, packing for a con is 99% science and 1% paranoia. 99%. Now, follow this logic here. It's 99% science mental because you already know what cosplays you're bringing to the con. You already know what equipment you're bringing to the con. You already know where everything is. So the night before, you block an hour and a half off, and you lay everything out. And you pack your suitcase. So where does that 1% come from? When you step off and you're on your way and you're like, did I forget this? Did I forget that? Oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck. Like the one time we went to AAC and I forgot my Vogue shirt and I had to stop, and we had to stop at Walmart so I can get a solid black polo shirt just so I could kind of look professional. There's that. So I understand people have like lists. I'm just like, well, I already know what I'm taking. I already know where everything is, and I'm just laying everything out. Like, this all goes together. Throw it in the suitcase. So, yeah. So before we get into my weekend day, Barry, how was your week? How was your day? How was your month? And can you give me that apple back there?
Can I get some juicy ripe apple in the back? I'm doing okay. I've been just obviously I'm a chronic health sufferer, and so my chronic illness has been kind of funky. But other than that, it's been all right. I got to hang out with some friends this week and indulge in some fun audio education, and
That's
then
good.
also plan to meet up with a friend from an MMO. So that's exciting. And yeah, generally, it's been pretty uneventful. I'm still working on some of the projects that I had last time, which was like that leatherworking project, and I have a client coming up for the Final Fantasy 14 white mage outfit. So I've got some sewing in my studio space coming up soon. But yeah, generally, it's been, I don't know, it's fall. So either it's super busy or it's super quiet. And this year it's just been super quiet, honestly. Even the Halloween crowd isn't going as hard. I feel like there are the people that go hard for Halloween. In chat, if you guys are any of those people who go hard during Halloween, definitely holler at your girl. But you're not seeing the same kind of energy. I feel like there's a lot of families that obviously will I think indulge in the costume aspect of it, but like I'm seeing sewing videos now on like YouTube and stuff where they talk about creating character looks, and they don't even call it cosplay. They're just like, I just want to look like this character, and I know you can't replicate this in real life. I'm like, do you know, is cosplay that old now that people don't even refer to it when they are creating the outfits from anime characters they like, from animated pieces they like? This is weird.
Maybe they're just not as lost in the sauce with this stuff as we are.
Yeah, they're just not as lost in the sauce. It was just so weird to me because I was sitting there watching, because I love watching crafting. Crafting is what I indulge in, and it was just like,
can you see this up here?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
I can't see what it is, but I can see that you have 2 white boxes in your closet.
That's the big one's a sewing machine. The other one's a little toolkit.
I see it.
Threads with threads.
That's cool.
Stuff. I haven't used it in a while, and every time I did try to use it, the friggin' bobbin underneath.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It always locks up and just leaves a friggin' bird nest out there. Like.
Yeah, I was gonna say 99% of it. That is either if it's the bobbin that came with the machine, which I assume it is. Yeah. It's probably just a matter of that it's not threaded correctly, which is honestly, I want to say 80% of problems with new sewists is that they don't know how to thread their machine correctly. And I know that sounds really weird because you would think that's like the first thing, but honestly it is. You can accidentally
let's be real. When most cosplayers get their sewing machines, they're like, I got this. They jump right in, and they're just like,
yeah, they jump right in.
Boom! What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it is,
and us elder cosplayers are like, toe the line, or
I've been there. I know how it's suffering. Oh my god!
No, you're watching them suffer, and you're like, no, let them cook.
No, and I I do. I watch a lot of crafting YouTubers too, and a lot of them are self-taught, and that's awesome. I'm
Yes.
so happy that people are getting back into the self-taught aspects of it. But a lot of them end up going and like apologizing over the fact that like I'm not a professional. I don't know how to sew. I don't. I'm like, sweet baby, you have to learn how. And like eventually, right? They do learn,
Mostly I just
they
got
just find out through upsetness.
Yeah, and
mostly I just got it so I can fix my own clothes and
Yeah,
you know,
there
mending
you
is
go.
super huge right now. Mending
That's
is
Because
top stuff.
of the cost of clothing right now. Now I will be the first one to be like, okay, these pants have a torn in the crotch. I am going to retire them, and I'm going to Old Navy, and I'm going to buy another pair. Now,
Tell that to my thighs that eat my pants. Thank you.
well, Barry, we're not talking about your blessed thighs at the moment. We're talking about the issue with the
Okay.
with the torn crotch in my pants. Okay, that's what we're talking about right now.
So you're blessed thighs then. All right.
I haven't gotten any complaints about them either, but I'm just saying. I actually bought material, and I have an iron.
Yeah.
If the iron is not here, it's in storage. I bought patches and did all of that. Eventually, I said, you know
awesome.
what? Screw this, and I tossed him. Because let's be real.
Oh.
No, you have to understand something. A pair of slacks will last me maybe a year to a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I rotate out 2 pairs of slacks, it's usually the retail cost would probably be about close to $90 because this is Old Navy we're talking about here. Now, by the time I usually buy these slacks, there's a big sale going on, so I usually end up spending about $60. And that's how I look at it. Yes, it costs maybe $10 for me to sit there and patch them up. And then I have to patch them up every few weeks and so on and so forth. I would just rather pay a flat fee for a brand new pair of slacks and go. Because as a kid who grew up with secondhand stuff, who has a decent money now, I deserve new clothes, goddammit.
No, and that's fair.
I
Like,
follow you on that one.
yeah, we've had a conversation about this, Ranma. So
Yep.
I can
Yeah.
appreciate that. And honestly, it is nice. Like for myself, obviously, because I have a very I mean like I'm a typical shape, but like I have different proportions and I guess I have like textural issues, right? So like I like my clothing to hit me in a certain space, and
Right.
with my illness it just makes me hypersensitive to things. And so it's nice to have like a new dress when I make it for myself. I got hyper fixated on this one pattern that I made. It's like a milkmaid style dress. It's very cute, it's very gothy, it's very witchcore. And I made like I've like legitimately made like 4 versions of this same pattern because I just got hyper fixated on the way it fit and the way it felt on my body. And I have like 2 or 3 more fabrics I want to make it out of. So I'm gonna have a total of like 7 copies of this dress. But it's for any of my feminine presenting or even just dress wearing individuals, my NB individuals in chat who just love to parade around and be flouncy and fluffy. It's like a dress that you can wear at home, and you don't have to wear anything else.
You see, Barry, whenever you make one of these new outfits, you make me just want to hop on a train to come down and be like, okay, we're going to take pictures and we're going to post them. That's what
I know, and
Yes.
I need to we need to arrange eventually. It's
Summer.
I
this
told
is
you before
yeah,
show
this-
what's going on. Yeah.
This is what you know. What we'll do? We'll do it summer of 2025 when I have the whole week off
That
from
sounds
work.
fun.
As long as I have a place to
we'll-
lay my
we'll
head
work
and your
on it.
feet. Yeah. Heck, we'll probably bring the whole squad down. Maybe we'll do a live show.
That'd be sick.
Maybe we'll do a live. Maybe we'll do a live stream from Berry Garden Studios.
From the dreaming, oh goodness, yeah, you humans are gonna have a hard time traveling, but you know what? We'll work on it. We'll work.
Yes, definitely. All right, so my weekend day has been same old. I actually put in a brand new lock on my door. What happened was when the person moved out, he chucked the keys. So the front door.
That's an issue.
Yeah, the front door has like a code, but there's also a bottom lock, and I had no clue about, so I couldn't get in one day. And luckily, I was able to get in through the side entrance, so I was able to get a duplicate cut key made. But my front door doesn't have one, so all the doors in here, for the most part, are a type of lock that I have not used in a very long time or have seen. It's a friggin' skeleton key.
Wow, an old one like that, huh?
Yeah, and they still make these. So I had to. I originally went out to replace just the lock for the keys, but the doorknob, like the stem and the doorknob, was bent. So I had to replace the whole thing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing the typical skeleton key lock where the doors look like giant diamonds. I have a regular door, so now I gotta adjust the knob so that sometimes when I turn it, it's a little bit too tight, so it doesn't close all. It doesn't really properly close. But I got that fixed. That's taken care of. I actually got the last of all of my personal belongings in my room. The only thing that's sitting out in the common area is my air fryer, my Instant Pot, and my heater. And let's be real, two of those items belong out there anyway for cooking. So, and when it gets a little bit cooler, I shall bring in the heater. Which reminds me, I think I talked about this a while back. Um, I didn't bring the air conditioner because
Sorry.
you good. I realized that air conditioner would definitely keep me cool, but it's just be too powerful for this tiny room. So I have like a window fan, and it's more like not like a fan per se. It's like an aerator style. So now I have it set for reverse, where it pulls the air out and it just keeps my room kind of cool because it's like 50 degrees out at the moment, between 50 and 60. So that's very good. So I'm decently covered by that. And that's basically, I think. Oh yeah, I also worked on more convention photos for Anime NYC. The goal is to finish them up tomorrow before I go and have them all published. And I know I have been slacking, but it's just been life. It's just I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, and I just kind of need time to kind of focus and do other things, kind of get back to the swing of things. So we are golden with that. I think that's it. I'm looking around, seeing. I think that is it. We're golden, so you know. So let's kind of get the ball rolling here, because I know we've kind of derailed terribly, but that's part of the show. That's why y'all stick around anyway. So, and for that, we thank and appreciate you. So now we're going to get into some housekeeping notes here. Don't forget, episodes of Anime Jam Session are available on as VODs on YouTube, youtube.com/Anime Jam Session. Click on playlists and you should see the Anime Jam Session podcast there, something like that. I will generally try to have them up ready to go 12 noon Thursday. If not, that means something happened. I fell asleep or I got something happened. But they will be up, so no need to worry. I do know since we are leaving for the con Thursday afternoon, I'll be taking care of all of that tonight, thankfully. So there is that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Fans View Fridays with Wisteria WT on Twitch TV/Wisteria WT. I know we talked about this on the last couple of shows. Animazement 98 she's going to go through. She hasn't gotten to it yet, but she will be taking care of it this Friday, so definitely check her out on Twitch. Also, awesome friend of the show. Like I said, we have a couple of conventions coming up, and these are basically our final cons of the year. We have another anime con this weekend in Westford, Massachusetts at the Westford Hotel. I think it's in Chelmsford, something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's there. And the following weekend is DerpyCon at the New Brunswick Hyatt in New Brunswick, New Jersey, the 25th to the 27th. You can't miss it. Take NJ Transit to New Brunswick. When you get out, go to the left, walk down the hill. It's on the right. And there is that. And talking about clothing, Bonzo06 says, I have a hoodie from Fila. They did a short run of the fabric. It's a shame they did not bring more to the market. Now, that reminds me. I have two hoodies from Linus Tech Tips. I have their original hoodie that they put out and their pro hoodie that they put out. Now, I know I bought one of them at half price, but when I think it was the pro one, when I got the original hoodie, because I was hemming and hawing at the price of it, which was like $60. But you also gotta understand, a lot of small businesses, even Linus is a small business, their clothing is going to be a little pricey. And for him, he does a lot of research and experimentation and test runs and stuff. So that's one of the reasons why they're expensive. But I will say the quality is second to none. So I actually, when I got the hoodie and I wore it, I basically wore it all year round outside of the summer. And it has to be a damn good, comfortable hoodie for me to do that. Because when I'm at work, I got used to wearing a hoodie. So I had a couple I would wear and I would just rotate them out because I'm like, This one just felt like a glove. And I'm going to have to send this to Barry to fix because the wrist area is kind of worn. But I'm just like, I just wanted a little patching on it because I just love how it feels. That
Yeah, and I have hoodies like that too
Yes.
that are either from collections that I've done in the
Mm-hmm.
past or like I just
Mm-hmm.
fall in love with them and you wear them out like right like a good shoe or like a
Yes.
good just like a good accessory
Yes.
that you
Yes.
know how it feels on your skin
Mm-hmm.
and how it washes
Yes.
and wears, right? You know it's
Mm-hmm.
always going to feel that same way or it's just going to get softer with age.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I can definitely appreciate that.
So, like I said, now that I had the Pro hoodie, which is actually heavier and a lot warmer, I wear that from like November going into like March or April. But because of, well, Indian summer had hit, but because of the freeze that we got, I just whipped it out. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll wear it for the rest of the month. So I'm good. Plus, we're going New England. It's going to be a little cold, so I'm going to need to wear it anyway. So I'll pack my denim jacket just to be on the safe side. But yeah. So this is like one of the best hoodies I've ever worn. And before that was this nice gray hoodie from Old Navy that I had, and it was just it basically feels like wearing a hug. So Anywho, let's see what else do we have here. I think that's it for that. Um, I know we was going. All right, let's get into Geek Roundtable. This is where we talk more about the geekier aspects of our weekend day. So, Ari, what kind of cool geek stuff you been up to? What have you been working on?
Well, this isn't quite as geeky as anything else I've done or showed off, but so I want to show this off. This is a little housewarming gift that a coworker gave me.
That's nice.
If you can see the tag, it says Pachira braid or money tree.
Mmm.
See, see, I can't risk pulling that tag out without because I felt like all the soil just like pop up and like, whoa. I don't want to screw this up. Yeah, let's see. Low light, water when soil is dry, and yeah, it's easy to take care of.
Oh, by the
Should be
way,
anyway.
Pod Culture
Yeah,
says name it Audrey.
Audrey.
Yes.
Uh, sorry, my fingers just felt stiff.
Sure.
Blood for the blood god.
I'll be right back.
Cool. All right. Oh, let me turn off his cam. Let me flip this over to this real quick. So it says Mako, but it's Barry, so don't even worry about it. So, and Pod
Yeah,
Culture
hi.
but Pod Culture says feed it Seymour.
Feed it, Seymour. Feed it.
Mm.
Very on season.
All right. Okay, Barry. What cool geek stuff have you been working on or been watching?
Well, if you guys like my little buddy I got right over here. This is Boo Berry. He is my community's little mascot, and yeah, he talks. I'm gonna see if I don't know if you I don't know if you heard him or not.
Heard
Did you
what?
hear him?
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you didn't hear anything?
No.
No. Okay, well, it TTSs, so I can put in messages or my chat can, and he talks for them. So yeah, I'd input like, hi, my name is Booberry, and I'm happy to meet you. So Booberry says hello. This is my
Okay.
little buddy here, and yeah, he's something I added recently, and he's a little stream pet. He's a little treat rather.
Does
Yeah.
it have character limits to how much you can make it say?
It does, but it's mostly because I put a limit on it. But
Okay.
I do have like bit tiers that like allow people to like talk more. I think the minimum tier, which is like a channel points, we call it Dream Sand on the channel, has it like at 120. So it's like
Mhm.
Twitter rules, which is a pretty good amount. And then the other like tiers are a little more. So
because I
Yeah.
had a great ideas as to what I wanted to hear that thing say.
I mean, like, he's not hooked up to Anime Jam Session, but you can definitely, it's fun. It's playing Neopets. Judge me all you want. I love Neopets, though. Man, I'm sure my Aisha and my other little creatures are surely starving. But please, visit the Grand Omelet for me. R.I.P. Grand Omelet.
I have this
But-
I
odd.
mean, I'm just saying. I just want to hear that thing quote a 15-year-old pro wrestling promo.
Oh,
And,
that would be funny.
And I think Rama knows exactly which one I'm talking about.
No. Oh. Wait. You said 15-year. Wait. No.
Didn't you have that one math?
God, I
Quit?
had a feeling you were referencing Steiner.
Yeah, I mean, like,
oh,
I can
God.
make him say that, but
Oh,
that's a little higher than the
God.
120 limit.
No,
When am I
no.
gonna stop referencing this joke? When it stops being
Never.
funny. So never.
Okay, Ari, I see your Steiner math, and I raise you Booker T of Harlem Heat.
Oh no. Oh. Again, I know what profile you're talking about, and it's gonna get very dumb. Like.
Oh no.
Let's just say Barry would need permission from me to have their pet say it. That's all. So let's just leave it at that. So Barry, what else have you been up to?
Other than that, it's just been, honestly, I've been really passionate about leatherwork. So for anybody who doesn't know, I am a fashion designer. I've been a fashion designer for many years. We call it dream weaving here in the Dreaming because I can make dreams into reality. But basically, leatherworking was something I didn't think I was going to get into this year. And I think I did touch on it last time I joined you guys. But I've been really excited about it. And the projects I've been working on have been really fun. And I really just, like, it's been super neat because it's not very, I think it's because it's kind of cathartic because it's not tech, like, it's technical, but not tech, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, it's not, it's much more analog. It's much more like hands-on, like heavy tools and supplies and I don't know. I love the smell of leather too. Like when I go to Ren fairs, I just get I get the free sniffas in the leather shops, okay? So like I'm really passionate about it. I'm really excited for it. I'm very like, okay, I do understand our need for alternatives that are much more biodegradable and things of that nature, but as long as the animal is treated fairly and the leather is processed in a humane way, that's good for the humans and the planet and stuff. I try to go with veg tan when I can, but obviously, you can only do so much.
Fair.
But I like the smell of leather. Leather is more durable. And the fact that, like, it can be used in a lot of applications where pleather and plastics wear down so quickly. It's just, I don't know, it's a good material to me. And so I'll probably continue using it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just excited. Leather was not on my 2024 bingo card, but I'm very excited to do more with it. Yeah, and good leather will last forever. I have so many Lolita shoes that have worn out, and I've gotten them secondhand, and they're just so depressing. Because one, like, they're an expensive shoe. Even secondhand, you have to pay $40 or $50 for a worn pair of kind of cute heels. And even then, like, by the time you've worn them for like 2 years in a row, like the plastic starts to peel, and there's not really a way to resurrect them. You get a good pair of just leather, cute pumps that are pure leather that you can have the sole replaced on them, or you can have like parts of them replaced. It's so much more worth it. And you're going to pay about the same price at the end of the day. And it's just so sad. Like, I really wish that brands that were out there, especially in the EGL and fashion side of anime fandom and stuff, were like so much more open to making quality over quantity of product. Because, I mean, even like some of the high end brands are making PVC shoes and like Demonia now, and like all the goth shoes that you used to be able to get leather boots back in the day.
Well, Barry, let's be real. And I'll say this quick, then we'll get into my Geek Roundtable.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
The same can be said about a lot of clothing, a lot of equipment, and this and that.
That's fair.
Like, I remember when PC cases were basically steel you could
Yeah.
hurt somebody or something. Now
They were a weapon and a storage tool.
now it's a hard plastic or a type of metal or something like that. It's
Yeah.
they're not built like they're used to, but they're a lot fancier, nicer looking. I'll tell you that much.
There is advantages to technology for sure.
But so for my Geek Roundtable, well, I will get into it just a bit. I watched the second episode of Ranma One Half, or some people are calling it Reiwa Ranma One Half because this is the Reiwa era of Japan. Some are calling it Ranma One Half 2024. Either or, I'm enjoying it. I have some slight issues with it, but it's not deterring me from watching. Anime NYC photos Friday and Saturday are done. Tomorrow I'm going to hunker down and get into Sunday. My goal is to get them all done before I leave for my trip. I'm caught up with the dub of My Hero Academia. 2 episodes left. I think I have 1 episode of Elf Goes on a Diet to watch. And I think that's kind of it from my anime watching. And it's just that once this is done, I know I have to start on ReZero. I started watching Dan, and that was like some cracked out shit. That is very cracked out. And I like it. So, let's see, what else is there? That's basically has been it for my Geek Roundtable. So, now that I have mentioned it, we're going to talk about Ranma One Half for just a bit. So,
Remember, you said just a bit.
I know, hold me to that. That's why there are 5 articles instead of 6. So, I will say this. I kept hearing rumors that have been spread about a new Ranma One Half series back during the summer, or even a little bit before that. And I wasn't sure. No one was really telling what. And my thing is, if you're going to spread a rumor like that, I need a source. Eventually, it was true. A brand new Ranma One Half series. And then when it heard Netflix was attached to it, people got upset. But don't worry, Netflix only has streaming distribution rights. It's airing on Nippon Television on Friday nights or early Saturday mornings, like at 1 a.m. And then right afterwards, it shows up on Netflix. I'm hoping that Viz will have the distribution rights for physical releases, because I will pick up a Blu-ray of that. No questions about it. So, I will say this. I admit that I'm having a bit of blinders of the dub of Ranma One Half, because I am one of those who enjoyed the dub a little bit more than the subtitle version. Don't get me wrong, I love the subtitle version, but I guess because since English is my first language and my only language, because sarcasm doesn't count, I really enjoyed the dub. And I'm part of that camp of we want Sarah Strange back as boy type Ranma. So it's great that David K is back on the dub. He is the narrator for the series. And for those of you who don't know, he was the original Tendo. And I forget who does the new voice of Soon, but he must have been hanging out with David K, because he just nailed that. I like Akane's new voice. Ranma's new voice, I'm getting used to, but I'm enjoying it. He was the second voice of, I think, Ferb from Phineas and Ferb. That's what I was told. I know Stephanie Shea is Nabiki Tendo, and I'm just not feeling her yet, but I'm just going along with it as I go. Overall, the voices I'm not complaining too much about the voices, except for Genma, Fred Tatascore. I am not liking him as Genma. I think he's a little bit too gruff, but we'll see how it plays out. But again, I don't say it's a bad dub. I'm enjoying it. I think it's a great dub. It's just my personal opinion of it. Now, the first episode was pretty good. Second episode went pretty fast. That's something I noticed. In the second episode, it was basically they're going to school. Tawaki Kuno finds out about the engagement. They fight. They fall in the water. He thinks girl type Ranma is a separate person. They meet, and Kuno says he's in love with her. Now, that was all in one episode. In the original dub, that ran a course of like 3 episodes. Because it looks like in episode 3, they're going to introduce Ryoga Hibiki, and he didn't appear in the original dub till episode 7. So, I am hoping in this week's episode they do cover the whole thing about Akane having a crush on Dr. Tofu, and that Tofu is in love with Kasumi and all this other stuff. I'm hoping they cover that and then bring in Ryoga or something. It looks like it is going a little fast, but we'll see how it plays out. So I'm still in the mindset I'm more appreciative of getting a reboot than anything else, because my end goal is I am hoping that they do all 36 volumes and we get the entire series in about maybe 100 episodes, maybe 200, give or take. I am hoping. The new opening theme is really cute and it's funky. The ending theme is quiet and a little sincere, but I'm enjoying it overall. So I'm just going to say this. If you loved the original Ranma and Half anime, go in with an open mind. It's going to be different. The voices are most of the voices are the same for the Japanese dub. English dub, different cast of characters. Which I like is it kind of gives you a different take on what it is. Like they did, I was going to say like they did with Sailor Moon, but they didn't do that with Sailor Moon. Go ahead, watch it. It's on Netflix. I think you're really going to enjoy it. And if you don't, well, you can always watch the original series on Crunchyroll, I think Hulu, and Peacock. So enough about that. So let's get into the stories of tonight. This is something we don't hear about every day. The fact that a convention was postponed for some odd reason. I've heard of conventions being canceled because of XYZ reasons, but not postponed. Barry, what's going on with WasabiCon?
Yeah, so you know those like 2 giant storms we had, kind of one behind the other, a little storm, tiny storm known Helene, and then one that decided to show up afterwards called Milton. Well, I think Florida got the rough end of it, as well as North Carolina, and bless anybody who's gotten caught up in it or is dealing with it. Like, I hope everybody recovers and is doing okay. However, Jacksonville's WasabiCon got postponed to November 22nd to 24th due to Hurricane Milton.
Mm-hmm.
The event was originally planned for this weekend. The official Twitter of WasabiCon 2024 event revealed on Thursday that the event is postponed until November 22nd to 24th due to Hurricane Milton. The event was planned to take place at the Prime F. Osborne III Convention Center in downtown Jacksonville, Florida, from October 11th through 13th. The staff for the convention stated that regarding the reason for the postponement, if we move forward with the convention this weekend, it would exclude many of those fans who are no longer in a position to join us for our annual gathering. And this morning, they met with the team at Prime F. Osborne III Convention Center and decided together that we want to make sure to have the opportunity to welcome everyone. And thus, WasabiCon will be moving to the weekend of November 22nd through 24th of this year. The staff added, all exhibitors and ticket holders will be given the opportunity to transfer to the new dates or to transfer to WasabiCon next year. I will say, addressing this article, that's Chad moves. And I can definitely appreciate that, having been a vendor, guest, attendee, staffer, and volunteer of conventions before, that is the best move you can do as an event. The staff later added in another post that it can confirm that refunds are also an option and that refunds will include all processing fees, so ticket holders will receive 100% of the amount paid in refund. Wow! Shock and awe, a normal practice that should be for every convention. Color me surprised. The event had announced earlier this month that it would host voice actor Mitsuaki Madono at this year's event. Madono's appearance would mark the first time a voice actor from Japan will attend the convention. Madono stated on Twitter Friday that he wants to go to the postponed event later this year so he can encourage everyone and help heal those suffering from the hurricane. He stated, I will definitely come, so please wait for me. Yeah, this con Chad moves. I can appreciate everything they're doing and the fact that they're giving 100% back if you want refunds. Yeah, definitely based.
But there's
material.
But there's more than that. Now, number one, I
Uh-oh.
if they were going to hold on to the funds, I don't blame them because there is a very minuscule profit margin for conventions. Which, on that aspect, I understand why if they were going to hold
I
on to the funds
understand.
and roll it over. Now, secondly,
Yeah.
I saw this come across my personal feed, so I don't know if this is how accurate this is. Supposedly, they were just going to have the con anyway. They were going to wait and see how the weather was till enough people screamed at them to not do that. So,
I mean, it probably also has to do with their contractual obligations. I know, honestly, a lot of the time, the conventions.
Barry, hold up.
Uh-huh.
I'ma stop you right there.
Okay.
Not as a bad thing,
Yeah.
but the fact of the matter is a lot of people forget about the fact that there's contractual issues. Everybody
Yeah.
forgets about that.
Yep.
And for some reason, I'm dropping a lot of frames on stream.
Uh-oh.
That's
That doesn't sound good.
no, I mean that's odd and there we go. OBS Studio just disconnected.
What? Okay, no, it's still
That's fine.
showing for
Yeah.
I'm in ad jail, so I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
it's currently buffering for some odd reason. And the thing is, my computer
Okay.
restarted while I was at work because of an update, and I restarted it again. So
OBS was being laggy for me today too. Maybe there was something in the update that rolled out that was kind of
okay,
funky.
all right, wait, hold up.
I had to restart my computer, so
Okay,
Streamlabs
yeah,
will be
take your time, take your time.
viable.
So you have to restart.
I had to restart
Okay.
earlier because it wasn't showing my monitor,
Okay.
camera.
Oh.
Okay. So OBS has reconnected us. For those of you who are still tuning in, for some reason OBS is being dumb. That's what's happening right now. It is being dumb.
And the world still turns, chat. And the
Yeah.
world still turns.
Yes. All right. So this is what I am going to do if you're still tuning in. I am going to stop the stream. I am going to I'm going to restart it and see how it goes. I'm going to I'm going to check settings right now and see what the heck's going on. So there we go. All right. I'm going to stop the stream. We will be back in about 5-10 minutes. So please stand by. We should be back up and running. All right. I'm refreshing our main page. Okay, and I think we're live. Yes, we are finally live back on the show here, boys and girls, men and women, and awesome dudes and peoples of all ages and stuff. Okay, so I don't know what happened. All I know is the internet connection just went to a crawl, like 1 megabit per second. Understand that this is not my internet connection. I'm not paying for this. This is house network, and I believe it's 1 gig. So somebody might have been doing some major torrenting, or Verizon was having some type of issue, but it looks like it's working now. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't want to reboot the equipment because it's not mine. It'd be a different story if it was early in the morning and nobody was in the house. Yes, but other than that, nope. I did not want to do that. So I think we kind of scared everybody off, but I am going to go ahead and make a post that we are back so people can come back and take a listen to us. This was wild. Very much wild. Let's see. Let me open up OneNote here. Oh, wow. We didn't even get past the first fucking story. No, I mean, we did get past the first story, but we didn't get a chance to do much with it. So this is what we are going to do. Ari, go ahead and talk the second story. I am going to go ahead and finish getting everything back up and running in the background. All the recording is being done, so we are good. So please take it away, good friend.
Okay. The organizers of Harvey Awards, which honor outstanding work in comics and sequential art, announced on Monday that they will be inducting the late manga creator Akira Toriyama as one of the 5 new members of the Hall of Fame induction this year, alongside Arthur Adams, Sergio Aragones, the late John Buscemi, and Larry Hama. Toriyama first started Dr. Slump in 1980 and it inspired 2 television, anime, and multiple films. Then came Dragon Ball, which ran from 1984 to 1995, and it still has its own manga and anime sequels and spin-offs. And its hero Goku has become known throughout the world. He's also designed characters for Dragon Quest, Blue Dragon, and Chrono Trigger. And he was working closely with the production of Dragon Ball Dyna anime series, the latest anime based on Dragon Ball, and is credited for the new anime stories and character designs. The series premiered in Japan in a new evening anime program block on Friday evenings on Fuji TV on October 11th. His Sandland manga also recently inspired an anime film that opened in Japan in August 2023. The Harvey Awards included God of Manga Osamu Tezuka and manga creator Rumiko Takahashi. So, yeah, good for him for winning this award. He definitely deserves it.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Let me post this here so people know that we're back. I just noticed Dragon Ball Daima. It just hit Netflix and Crunchyroll. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. It just depends on how I feel. And nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. Here we go. Repost. Perfect. Golden. All right. Jesus, what a freaking night. I mean, right, here we go. Here. I'm trying to actually position the mic so it works better for me. If I had a bigger space, I would have my dual screen set up. The mic would have been right in the middle. Easy, simple, So let's go ahead and get into our next story about Goku. He's getting a new balloon in the Thanksgiving Day parade. Nope. What did I just do? There we go. Okay, let's see who has that story. That's me. Okay. And what's kind of interesting is NBC does all the planning for the Thanksgiving Day parade, like all the technical stuff in Times Square. I worked in that office, which is kind of cool. So here's the thing about the Goku balloon. It seems that Pikachu's already crossed that line, but we'll soon find reaching the point where it just won't be Thanksgiving without a massive Goku float going down in New York City streets. The Dragon Ball hero is returning once again for the 98th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, this time decked out in a classic Dragon Ball Z fashion. Flying proudly from Central Park West to Herald Square, the new Goku balloon measures about 70.5 feet long, 33 feet wide, and 41.5 feet tall. Wow. He'll be celebrating the 40th anniversary of Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball series. And you'll be able to catch him whenever coverage of the parade airs live on Thursday, November 28th in the U.S. on NBC and on its streaming network Peacock. Or if you're in the area, you can grab tickets and go see Goku flying in person. Now, here's the thing. You don't really need tickets per se. If you get out there early enough, you can just sit out there and watch all of that. I believe if there are tickets, you could probably be near the grandstand stage or something like that. So that's kind of cool. I think, didn't it last year his balloon ripped or something like that? Or was that some character's balloon ripped?
I don't remember whose it was.
Oh well. It is what it is. Moving right along, Amazon. We're gonna talk about Amazon Prime. They're releasing a series that's that's been on DVD for a long time, but now the live action version's coming out, so that's pretty cool. Goku Sen. I remember watching that years ago through alternate means, but it was really a fun. It was a fun show. Let's see. Barry, tell us more about that. Barry, I think you might be muted.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I
Okay.
got it. I 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 got it.
All
It's
right.
fine. I got it. I thought,
Bongo.
you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out. Sometimes, yeah, wait. So I'm doing the Yakuza. Yeah, 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 yeah. So,
Oh God.
um, yeah, I had to watch. I had to check and make sure I didn't have anyone sneaking in behind me because the hit Yakuza series is finally finding its U.S. streaming home after 20 years. In April of 2002, the live adaptation of the hit Gokusen series
Mm-hmm.
premiered on Japanese television, and after 2 decades, the show is finally available in its entirety for the first time for Prime Video subscribers in North America. Based on the hit manga by Kazueko Morimoto, Gokusen is a comedic take on Japan's popular Yakuza genre. WTK, formerly Twitter, on Twitter page that covers a prominent anime streaming release, spotlighted the live-action Gokusen series soon after it launched on Amazon's Prime Video streaming service. The series is available in its original Japanese language track with various subtitle options including English, Indonesian, Thai, and Japanese. Prime Video provides a detailed description of Gokusen's plot. The story begins when Kumiko Yamaguchi, the granddaughter of a high-profile Oedo clan boss, fulfills her childhood dream of becoming a teacher at the Shiroken Gakuen private high school. However, this particular school is notorious for its delinquent student body, and accordingly, her first batch of students initially disrespect and challenge her at every turn. Despite this, Kumiko strives to instruct them using the strong sense of justice and fighting skills instilled in her by her family, while simultaneously keeping her true identity a closely guarded secret. Meanwhile, class leader Shin Sawada slowly begins to fall in love with her. The show stars Yuki Nakama from Ring O Birthday as Kumiko and Arashi lead singer Jun Matsumoto as Shin. Additional main cast members include Katsuhisa Namase from Kamen Rider Z.O, Ken Utsui, Heart of a Samurai, and Ken Kaneko, Blade of the Immortal. During Gakusen's live action run, Studio Madhouse, One Punch Man and Overlord fame, also released a 13 episode anime adaptation, which has a modest following among early 2000s anime fans. Yuzo Sato, who has also worked on several Pokemon and Naruto films, directed the series, with Yazuko Kobayashi's JoJo Bizarre Adventure Kamen Rider Amazons in charge of the series composition. In the original Japanese version, Risa Hayamizu, who portrays Matako Kijima from Gintama franchise, stars as Kumiko Yamaguchi. Kenichi Suzumura, Kuroko's basketball Fate Grand Order, co-stars as Shin Sawada.
Hmm. I did not think this would ever see the light of day.
Really?
No.
I'm
I,
excited to watch it. I think it
I'm
looks
go-
like it could be a cute series.
it is, but I don't remember watching season 3 though. But I'm gonna start it from the beginning. I mean, you're gonna really enjoy this. But there's another thing that it says on here about it that Goku Sen paved way for future Yakuza comedies such as Netflix's The Way of the House Husband. Now, there are two live action House Husband series. There's the one that's on Netflix that's about the actor getting into the role of the house husband, and there's an actual live action series. That one I did not finish, but it was really good though. Okay, let me fix something over here. And put you there. Okay. Let's see what we have next here on the docket. Oh, Ari, tell us about Henry Cavill.
All right, let me bring it up here. Where did I put it? Freaking hate these windows. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Henry, the Hollywood Reporter revealed on Thursday that Amazon MGM live action studios' live action Voltron feature film will star Henry Cavill from The Witcher and The Man of Steel. Entertainment sites reported last week that Daniel Quintoy will be a lead actor in the film. Quintoy served as Tom Holland's understudy and as Paris in the West End production of Romeo and Juliet this past spring. Rawson Marshall Thurber is directing the film, with other stuff like Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Mm-hmm.
It'll begin shooting in Australia this fall. The Hollywood Reporter noted earlier this month that the project is still auditioning a lead female role. They were in talks, Amazon was, for the live-action rights in Voltron to Voltron in 2022, alongside Universal's, Warner Brothers, and several other studios. Thurber is also co-writing the script with Ellen Sherman and producing the project with Hidden Pictures as Todd Lieberman, Hobie Films as David Hoverman, the 2017 Beauty and the Beast, and World Event Productions Bob Koplar, who helped with Voltron like a legendary defender. And World Event Production and the late Peter O'Keefe adapted the first 84-85 television series from two Toei animation robot anime.
Mm-hmm.
King of Beasts, Go Lion, and Armored Fleet Die Rucker 15. Or XV if that's how one wants to pronounce it. So yeah, I'm always glad to see more Voltron stuff.
Me too. I mean, like I'm glad they talked about the prior attempts, because I hadn't heard anything until since like 2016 or something like that. And then like last week on the official Voltron page, they announced one person, and now they got Henry Cavill, and some are saying he's going to be Prince Lotor.
Huh.
I think he would make a really good Lotor. I would like to see him as the bad guy for once. Because honestly, I think he is way too old to be any of the pilots, even Shiro. And I mean, like, even if they do Shiro, but that's just like a retelling of the original Voltron. That was like from Legendary Defender, where they combined the a lot of stuff from the original Japanese series, Beast King Go Lion, and the dub Voltron. So, you know. All right, now that we got that out the way, we're going to get into some cutting room floor. This is where we kind of let you know about a couple of things that it really didn't make, it didn't do much. I mean, we just want to let you know about a couple of things. That's all that is. I'm trying to see if I actually have a decent background track for. Let's see if I can go with this one here. Yeah, that'll work for right now. Let's hope we don't get a copyright strike. Okay, so here's a couple of things that you may have missed. And speaking of missed, let's set things back up. Ari has returned back to the show, so we'll let you know of a couple of things. The Macross 7 anime is getting a 3-episode audio drama. There is possibility of a new Death Note video game on PlayStation 5. McDonald's is teaming up with Precure for new Happy Meal toys, which most likely are not going to be here in the U.S. And if it is, I'll be completely shocked. And it's actually McDonald's Japan, so good luck getting your hands on those. You'll probably end up on Yahoo Auctions or eBay for them, so good luck to you. And the last thing, we want to let you know that Rumiko Takahashi's manga has topped 230 million copies in circulation. I'm not saying that she's the queen of manga, but I kind of think she is. And now that we got that out the way, we're going to get into the part of the show that y'all really like to stick around for. That's Meanwhile in Japan. Barry, you get first picks on this.
I would like the one about karaoke.
See, that would have been either you or Mako right there.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Ari? I think I know which one you're going for. Can't hear you. We cannot hear you.
Oh no.
God, I think I had this thing double muted.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
it happens. It happens.
I'll go with the last one for the with the alcohol.
I figured as much. But hey, what happened to your mic? You didn't set it up yet, or?
It's like my computer still isn't, recognizing it, and yet the little bars on the top of the mixer light up indicating that it's picking up my voice, but neither my computer nor Skype picture recognizes it.
Okay, so we'll have to work on it or something.
Yeah, I would contact for fine and see if it's still under warranty. See if they can replace it.
Yeah.
Or I'll figure out something to do with it.
Hey,
which one do you want, Rama?
I'll take the second one. Seems funny enough. And the other one about Shibuya's clothes for Halloween. This is something we've talked about in the past, so you know.
Yeah, we've covered that one before.
Mm-hmm. So I guess they're officially doing that. Understandable and rightfully so. All right.
Yeah, especially with tourism like it is. But yeah, if you want to celebrate, but you also want to get squeaky clean.
Heyo.
You want to make a squeaky clean getaway. So Japanese karaoke chain is bringing singing in the bathroom to a whole new level. Everyone needs to know how amazing you are when you sing in the shower. Most people would agree that their singing voice sounds best with the reverb of a bathroom. I am very much included in that. And Junkara, the biggest karaoke chain in Western Japan, clearly agrees with this opinion. As shown by their recent store opening. On October 4th, their shop in front of Sukamoto Station in Osaka Yorogawa's ward opened with its new location just outside the east exit, packed with a variety of unique rooms. The list of rooms kicks off with one that looks like a Japanese public bath, offering a safe haven for those longing to sing in the shower in a public setting. No longer do bathhouse goers need to fear the judgmental eyes of local bathers. Stand proud, grab the showerhead-style microphone, and rock out to your favorite tracks. That said, the establishment would no doubt prefer you keep your clothes on while doing so. A minor nitpick, but a small sacrifice surely worth the experience. The concept of the bathroom room came about in Jakarta's collaborative competition with Kyoto University of Art and Design, titled Karaoke Rooms We Wish Existed. Moving forward, Jankara aims to create karaoke rooms that break free of the mold, incorporating novel ideas and designs of students. The bathhouse is not only a themed room being introduced in the new branch of the Sukamoto, but it also features the Sunken Kotatsu board game room. For those unfamiliar with Sunken Kotatsu, the seats are flush with the floor and go around a table that has a lower floor underneath to accommodate your legs. Being a board game room, it naturally comes equipped with a selection of classical games like Uno, Jenga, and Pop-Up Pirate to engage those not singing while they wait. I think that should be every karaoke room.
Yeah.
Why is that not a thing?
I know, right?
Honestly,
that would be
if I
cool.
got there, I maybe hit like one or two, and then I would just be focused on playing games.
Yeah, right? I mean, honestly, if that brings out more of your friends and you can sing and they don't mind your caterwauling, I'm all for it, The children's park room boasts an assortment of activities to keep young ones busy, notably an area that can be turned into a ball pit and a ball toss game to the wall. Parents can get their much-needed stress release by belting out some tunes while still watching over their children. And for those who want to immerse themselves and sing with their heart and soul, there is the Soul and Song Room, an intimate space equipped with high-performance condenser microphone and headphones. Missed that last train? Or want to keep the party going all night? The lounging together until morning room might be perfect for you. Featuring a room full of mats where you can easily stretch out and relax. Or perhaps you were thinking that karaoke is an activity that is not social enough, and only singing with the completely random strangers is enough safe to sate your social needs. Then say hello to the Karaoke Food Hall Sukamoto, a fully functional eatery and bar that anyone is welcome to enter. Enjoy the openness of the Showa-style decor and strike up conversations with other music-loving guests you've just met, all while singing songs you like and accessing the exclusive projects and food menus. 3 immensely popular ramen dishes previously appearing as a limited time only offering at Jankata have made their comeback to this menu at the Sukamoto store, and this includes refreshing tonkotsu ramen, a rich black ramen with soy sauce and pepper, as well as a light yet addictive wonton noodle soup, each for about $5.
Mm.
That
If
actually
you're
tastes pretty
excited to
good.
experience these rooms at Tsukamoto, daytime prices start from 230 yen and nighttime prices from 450 yen for 30 minutes, with discounts available for members. Until October 14th, Jankara is hosting a follow and retweet campaign on Twitter. Follow their official accounts and retweet the post, and you might be in one of their lucky winners who will receive a free entry for a month. But yeah, if you're interested in Japanese history, then yeah, you can definitely check out all the stuff going on with them. And it looks like for anybody who's in Japan, definitely check them out.
I can only imagine that if there was enough alcohol flowing, someone absolutely would be naked and in that tub singing karaoke.
I don't think that's real water in that bathtub.
It's a little hard to tell from the
I
picture.
know, but
And
part of me
again,
thinks
with
it's
enough
illusion.
alcohol, that probably wouldn't matter.
And the whole lounging together till morning, that reminds me, like, there are some overnight cafes where you could actually book a quiet room, get into a bed and read manga all night and stuff. That's kind of cool.
I mean,
Yeah, that
well,
sounds
considering
pretty neat,
that
actually.
karaoke rooms are rent by the half hour, honestly, and I mean, you can easily spend the amount that a hotel room costs. But I think it's karaoke rooms have a hard like closing time, so I don't
Hmm.
think it would really. I mean, it's not like an internet cafe where you could
Yeah.
like basically rent a room and be a neat. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So now we're going to talk about going from singing karaoke to someone being arrested yet again. And this is connected to the Yakuza, which should be to the surprise to no one. It seems that a Yakuza member was arrested on charges of using insurance to pay for a severed finger treatment. What the fuck? Just remember, don't chop off your own finger if you're not prepared to pay out of pocket to get sewn up afterwards. Not that you ever want to lose a finger, but if you do find yourself in that situation, Japan is a pretty good place for it to happen. Thanks to the country's well-developed medical infrastructure and national health insurance system. Last year, someone by the name of Masahiro Noichi went to a medical facility in Tokyo and told the staff he accidentally ended up with one of his fingers being severed. Not only were they able to patch him up, but Japan's national health insurance covered 40,000 yen of this expense, which is $285. Noichi benefited from the system again a month later on. After returning to his home in Gifu City, he needed a follow-up treatment, and insurance saved him an additional 5,000 yen, which is probably about $40. Give or take, maybe $30, 35. But 58-year-old Noichi has now been arrested on charges of insurance fraud. That might seem surprising since it's not so hard to fake internal damage such as intestinal disorders or whiplash, but you really can't fake losing a finger. His legal troubles don't stem from pretending to lose a digit though, but from lying about how it happened since he severed his own finger on purpose, according to authorities. Ooh. All this talk of criminal activity and lopping off fingers might have you thinking of the Yakuza practice known as yubitsume. Essentially, when a member of Japan's organized crime syndicate majorly screws up, the traditional way to atone for it is by cutting off a portion of their pinky. Sure enough, an investigation into Noichi's insurance claim found that he is an officer in the Rokudaime Yamaguchi Gumi, Japan's largest Yakuza organization. It is said that Yubitsume became a custom because severing the part of the pinky makes it difficult to keep a firm grip on the handle of a knife or sword, thus symbolizing a Yakuza acknowledging his transgression was so great that he's not fit to fight directly as a member of the organization. However, in the modern era, Yubitsume also implicitly embodies another solemn resolution, paying your own resulting medical expenses. Japan's national health insurance doesn't cover self-inflicted finger severing, so claiming that a Yubitsume wound was an accident and accepting insurance benefits for it is illegal. Gifu Prefecture Police say that, to their knowledge, this is the first time for a Yubitsume-related insurance fraud which led to an arrest. Though Yubasumi is often portrayed in films as a sign that someone has left the life of a crime behind, it's not exclusive to those who have severed ties with the criminal organization. And Noichi is described by investigators as being an active member of the Yamaguchi Gumi clan, and 2 other members of Noichi's subdivision within the syndicate have also been arrested for charges of collusion in the insurance claim. Well, shit. That's all I gotta say. Well, shit.
Yeah, I'd never heard of something like this happening before.
Neither have I. Anywho, we're now down to our last story of the night, and it's all on Ari. Go away, good friend.
Let's see. 1 cup Ozeki. Ozeki? 1 cup Ozeki may not be the fanciest sake, but it's one of the biggest sellers. A mainstay of convenience store sake from sake corners across the country. 1 cup Ozeki, which comes in a distinctive straight-sided glass that looks like a little jar, is among the least expensive sake you can find. The combination of affordability and accessibility is one of the big enough customer base that this month marks 60 years since it first went on sale. And so now 1 cup of Ozeki is going to become an ice cream. The unique treat is a collaboration with the Hyogo Prefecture-based Ozeki Brewery and Sake Ise, a Tokyo sweet shop that specializes in sake-flavored ice cream. The partnership is something that Sake Ise has been looking forward to for a long time, since social media posts from people saying they'd pick up both 1 cup Ozeki and ice cream at the convenience store and discovered they had great taste together was the original impetus for Sake Ise's founding. So yeah, desserts made with sake aren't a completely crazy idea. It tends to retain some of its sweetness, and the rice used in production has little to no bitterness, making for a flavor profile that's produced tasty results in the form of sake milkshakes and sake Kit Kats.
I want some. I
know, right?
I want some of that.
So much 1 cup of Ozeki is used in making it that the ice cream itself becomes alcoholic. Like an alcohol content of 4%, so not safe for customers only 20 years old, the legal drinking age. So yeah, it's been on sale since October 10th. It's priced about 550 yen a pop, which is like $3.95.
That's cool.
And they were also giving out free samples to people.
I might have to add this to my list of places to go in Japan. See if this place will still have it. I have to keep this open. So
I thought they were just pouring, sake over ice cream like it was a friggin' chocolate sauce.
Like Italian ice or something. like a snow cone.
I'm about
snow cone incoming. Let's go.
I am about that. Okay.
It just reminds me of Vegas is what it reminds me of.
And Yuki-chan, who just gave us a raid on our stream here. Hi, Yuki. Thank you for the raid.
Hi, raiders. Welcome in. Hi.
She just said right after she left Japan too.
Oh man. Yeah, that is so unfortunate.
See, nobody did that to me. Like, oh, did you do this? I'm like, no, I didn't. I think the only thing I got grief for was, and I told Mako-chan I went to the maid cafe and I didn't get omo rice. I went with something different and she gave me grief for it.
Wow, Ranma, the betrayal.
I know. I honestly, I think if I did that and Barry was sitting right next to me, you would have just given me that look of, really?
I would have just stared at you so hard. Yeah, I would have been like, I, if I was the nice maid at the cafe, I would have just turned tsundere so fast. I'd just be like, my, and then I'd be like, what are you doing in here? Leave my cafe now.
Honestly, Barry, if you go back, you have to go to Shangri-La.
Shangri-La?
Yeah, that's the plus size maid cafe.
Oh, that sounds so cute though.
Yes. You didn't know there was one? I could have sworn we talked about that.
Yeah, no, I've been out of the I've been out of the maid game for a few years now. I've been out of that world. I've been out of that world. I left that world.
I'm stare from her. Now we
okay. You thinking like the Akiba Maid Wars? I was in that. Okay.
Yes.
So I still have PTSD. All right.
Just so
y'all. It wasn't an anime. It was a documentary. All right.
Just so you know, Barry's collecting royalties off of Akiba Maid War.
Yeah. Definitely. That's my passive income.
That reminds me, I ran into a really awesome Ronco cosplayer at Anime NYC. She was pretty boss.
Great.
Yeah. All right, even though we just got rated, we're going to wrap it up. The reason why we're on late, while we were streaming, I noticed that I was dropping a lot of frames. So I had to restart the computer, restart the router, restart the power line adapter, and trace it back to the network, which is the files router and all of that. And whatever it was, it eventually went away. I'm assuming somebody was doing a major download, which even with files, that's not even a big deal. I just think something was up with the connection and it just fixed itself on its own or something like that. So it is what it is, but don't worry. I have a raid for y'all right after this. A friend of the show is actually playing The Last of Us, and I'm completely surprised she is on during the week like this. So we're going to go give her a bit of a surprise after the show. So please stick around. I mean, we're asking you, please stick around for this. So since you're sticking around, we're going to go ahead kick off our outro. So if you like tonight's show, tell a friend. They in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters. So what we like and don't like, we're telling you straight up. So if you have any questions about the show, drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to believe you. And while you're at it, check out our podcast, which is available on any podcasting app such as Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, you name it. And what's cool is some of these podcasting apps have a little section where you can leave reviews and stuff. So if you could, leave us a cool review. We greatly appreciate that. And when you get a chance, check out our official website at animejamsession.com, where you will find not just our weekly podcast, you will find cosplay tips and tricks, cosplay interviews, anime reviews, editorials, links to our YouTube and Facebook pages of cosplay and convention coverage, all that and a lot more at animejamsession.com. And down below, no, that's the next part. I also want to let you know of our social media pages. Anime Jam Session on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. I'm still calling it Twitter till whenever. So follow us so you know when we're going live, when we have new articles up, new episodes, all that cool stuff. And everybody that follows us on our socials, thank you so much. We couldn't do the show without you. And now I'll let you know about our tip jar. If you're still participating with us, down below is links to our tip jars. You can click on the links to our Stream Elements, Streamlab, and Ko-Fi if you want to throw a few dollars our way to help keep the service going, the server, all that good stuff. If you want, you could just hit up our bits and just cheer us on with bits, or you can also sub to the channel and give out gift subs. Every little bit counts, and we can't thank you all enough for it. So now we're going to go around the room. Last words, Ari.
It's going to be so fun going up to AAC.
Last words, Barry.
Well, it's always a dream tuning in here at Anime Jam Session. Thanks for having me again, and we will see you in the future.
My last words, I'm probably going to be up a little bit late editing the podcast tonight. But that's okay. It was well worth it. So that is it. End of list. We'll be back next week, and we'll let you know. We'll do our AAC podcast review. So if you're going to be at the con, come hang out, come say hi, come get your picture taken, and join us next week as we talk about the convention as a whole. That's it. We're done. So, I'm Ranma.
I'm Ari.
And I'm Barry Mellon.
Great fight, great night. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Sweet dreams till sunbeams.
Say goodnight, Barry.
Good night, Barry.
Awesome. Perfect. We're getting out of here. See you all next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!